welcome to Quest for Infamy, which is a very good game, point and click, classic style, and it does remind me of those old LucasArts games. Now, before I get into it, let's apologise first for the volume level of this and quality of this recording. I've been trying to fix it all month, but I just can't get it right. So I'm going to have to get a new microphone, and we'll get some really good reviews out soon with crystal clear audio, hopefully. Unfortunately, we're going to have to muddle through this, and it's a very quick review. It's more like a first impressions, but I've played several hours of the 3 quest lines that I've got to do. I'm going to do the Wizards quests, but this is the good old Ruffian Kurtz quest, which is pretty good. You join forces with 3 people, you can pick the Wizard, Kurt's a multi-bound freak who you were trying to beat in a drinking contest just a minute ago. Oh god, that just cracked me up. Even the thrown up was good. The voice acting in this game, oh my god, it is just out of this world. It's really good. All different voices and kind of volumes as well. It seems like they're all recording in different rooms, etc. And it's not really that off-putting because the voices are funny. The dialogue is very witty, a bit naughty here and there, but it's hilarious. It's like a carry-on film. It's a good point-and-click game as well. Really, it's got everything in the bag. RPG because definitely RPG stylings because you do get lost. You do kind of wander around because the world that this is set in is quite large. Not enormous. It's not Skyrim, but for a point-and-click, it's quite a few areas to explore, and you do get lost because each seems to be a different way of going around the place than most other games, where it's kind of straightforward. You get a map. With this one, it's not so easy because it's kind of all over the place. You don't know where to go. There are paths that kind of hint to go, and you click on it, and it's a dead end. It is very old school, and it's good because I'm used to old school. I played the Broken Sword, Monkey Island, well, you name it. I played it. All the point and clicks I've played so far have been very good, and this is definitely up there. It's a classic. It's really decent, good old school kind of game, and it's really in keeping of its earlier game in the franchise. This is definitely one of those games that keep you coming back for more because it's quite difficult, and you'll get frustrated. The puzzles, yeah, they can be difficult, but they are solvable. There's a walkthrough in the dialogue as well as hints. The walkthrough is featured at the start of the game, as you saw. That's why I included it. You can use the controls of your Pro controller to do everything, or you can use the bar on the top, and that'll help you in movement. You can either walk, run, or sneak, and pick things, observe things, and do actions. And some of the kind of things you have to do is through trial and error. So there is a lot of backtracking. There's a lot of things you'll miss, So you can have the hint system where it'll give you a little kind of glow of what to click on, what's able to be picked up, so you can activate that. So that helps. But if you switch that off like I did in this gameplay, you really are struggling, and you do a lot of toing and throwing, and it can get frustrating. So yeah, I regret that I actually did that. So the next gameplay I do in this game, you will see me with the hint system on to give me a little bit more of a leg up and really enjoy the game a bit more, because it is what it is. It's an old school game, and it plays like one as well. The motions can be a bit funny and pixelated because that's the style. It's the 90s style, and it's good. The voices, the humour, again, back in the day styles really takes the mickey out of you when you're doing something stupid. And the language is very coarse, but it's humorous and done in good taste and not so good taste, and I like that. You couldn't get away with a game like this now. They would have cleaned up a little bit more, I think, but hey, it's Nintendo Switch, and we've got Pretty Little Things in the eShop, so yeah, there we go. There's crudity is allowed, I guess, and innuendo. It's high in this game. It's really good, and I do like the dialogue a lot. The voices are fantastic. That's what makes it. They all do a good job, and some of the voices are just unexpected. Like villagers talking like American cowboys. It's just weird in itself, but again, it's a 90s thing. I've seen it before. This is definitely a good game. It will take you a little while to get into. I was very bad first couple of plays. This is my second playthrough, and yeah, it gets easier because you get used to controls, but you still make newbie moves and mistakes where you ignore dialogue. And the trick to point and clicks is explore all the dialogue options, and you'll get clues. And if not, talk to random NPCs, and they always have something to say, even if it's an insult. And it's just such a good game. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. There's a good hour and so of it, and I will catch you with a full playthrough of the Wizard's quest line or storyline. And yeah, we'll go with that. Prospero, his name is. He's very good. Anyway, there's a bit of Prospero in this game. There's a bit of everyone, even Ian, who kind of rips you off a little bit. And you even get mugged in this game, which was fun. And you do the fighting, which is really fun as well. It's surprisingly different. Not something I've done before, but again, old school. That's the magic word. Great game, worth buying for 20 quid. A bit expensive, I think, but there's a lot of story there, so definitely worth playing. And there's 3 ways of finishing the games from what I've played. If there's more, I only found the 3 quest lines or storylines, call them what you will. That's all I found. But anyway, Rome himself, good character. All these weird voices will keep you enthralled and entertained. So enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Sorry for ruining it so far, and I will see you soon.
Assume you'd be wanting lodging, considering the bridge to the north is all washed out for the moment.
Yes, I suppose I'll be staying in town for a bit.
Well, if I beg your pardon, we're getting ready for the execution. If you be wanting a room, come by afterwards and we can do business.
Sounds good.
It doesn't understand what... It doesn't.
She's busy working. Talk to her some other time.
Well, hello, young fellow. How are you?
I'm above ground. It's a start.
Indeed. Can I help you? So, you want to know about skills? That's a pretty exciting topic, so I'm glad you asked. You can check out your skills on your character sheet, which is located in the shield icon on the pull-down menu. The left side of your character sheet contains all your combat skills, and you can learn more about them by asking me how to fight. On the right side are the skills I'll talk about here. These are environmental skills and are useful for all sorts of things. Climbing is self-explanatory, I suppose. Or at least it should be. If you can't grasp what climbing is, you're probably about to die quite often in this game. Stealth is your ability to sneak around and not be heard. You raise this by simply sneaking around, although non-rogue classes can't raise the statistic above 50. Thievery is your ability to steal shit or to pick locks. The more you pick those locks, or steal, the better at it you become. Again though, only rogues can raise this above 50. Mystical power is the statistic that sorcerers care most about. This raises with every spell. All the statistics rise on a sliding scale, so at first it might only take a couple of attempts to raise your skill level. But as your skills become higher, you'll need to undertake a lot more attempts to get it to rise higher again. Finally, there's infamy. The more you undertake tasks in this game, the more infamy you gain. This is very important later in the game because if you've gained enough infamy, you'll get more help in your final tasks. I hope that was some help. If you need to know about combat or the creatures around these parts, feel free to ask. Well, it was nice talking with you. Come back if you need any kind of help.
You should probably leave him alone until after the execution.
It doesn't talk back.
Good day, sir.
Yes, it certainly is.
I would stay and chat, but I must be going. We've got so much happening today. Rayford wanted me to go get something, but I can't remember. We so rarely have public executions. You are coming to the public square, right?
Of course, friend. Wouldn't miss this.
Excellent. See you there. May crime always cower in the light.
Indeed. Well, this should be an interesting day. I should make my way to the public square, eventually.
A creepy old house stares back at you, dark, ominous, foreboding, your kind of place. By the sigil on the door, you deduce that it is a magic shop. Can't be too bad, it has a pair of awesome gargoyles out front.
Away!
Ahoy. Well, let's see, are we?
We're all adrift in some way.
How insightful. Allow me to quote that in my book of Who Cares.
Ah!
Now, young man, is there something I might help you with? My name? Well, you may call me Prospero. I make it most of the town calls me Mr. Magic. It amuses them. Magic? Well, that's quite a discussion. Perhaps we can converse about it when we have more time. There's an execution coming soon, and we'd better not be late. Rayford gets into quite a tizzy about these things. My name? Well, you may call me Prospero. I make it most of the town calls me Mr. Magic. It amuses them. My name? Well, you may call me Prospero. I make it most of the town calls me Mr. Magic. It amuses them. Goodbye.
It looks like they're getting ready for the execution,
but it's not quite time yet. I suggest you explore more of the town. You should probably also talk to more people. That's what I would do. But I'm not you. Sadly, I'm just a disembodied voice. The blade looks sharp and mean. Man, you don't want to end up under it.
Hello, sir. I'm Bert, and these are my apples. Can I interest you in anything? One bly for an apple.
It doesn't understand.
Hello, sir.
You have nothing.
Good afternoon, sir.
Boy, you must be tired.
No, I haven't been running through your mind all day. Stutter away, stutter boy.
Well. Whew.
Smooth move, X-Lax.
Hello, sir. I am Dr. Frank. Doctor, friend, storyteller, and all-around good guy.
Good to know. You're just like an angry mage.
No, I just bought these robes in the last city I visited, Agrubo. It's a great city, amazing culture.
And now you're here?
Oh yes, I'm traveling north, but, you know, bridge out, so I'm staying here.
Sounds like fun. Take it easy.
Oh yes, I will, thanks.
He's a squirrely-looking fella who appears to be running some kind of game. You clutch your purse just a little tighter. They're too busy with their...
Whoa, boys. We better stop here for now. Rayford's got an execution going on soon. Don't worry, we'll be back later if you're game for some action.
Hey there!
Whoa there!
Sorry, I know that I'm shouting. I lost control of my voice in a freak accident, and now I always talk like this.
That's unfortunate, sir.
Well, could be worse. Rayford stations me here so I don't talk to a lot of people.
Good call.
I agree. Well, I'm going to continue standing guard. You have a great day, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good to know. And now you're here?
Oh, yes, I'm traveling north, but, you know, bridge out, so I'm staying here.
Sounds like fun. Take it easy.
Oh, yes, I will. Thanks.
Yeah, what do you want? Oh, and welcome to Matthew's Meat Hunt. Our meat beats your meat. They make me say that. Owen and Gwen, they're pretty funny. I hear them fighting every morning. He's some kind of wizard. I actually avoid him. He's kind of mean. That guy can talk, but he usually has good info. He's the local bully. What an arse. What a place. People from all over stop in to do things. He's nothing exciting, but his daughter is pretty incredible. I'd love to talk to her someday, but every time I try, I almost poop my pants and I have to run away. What a place. People from all over stop in to do things. Yep.
Hello, sir. I'm Bert, and these are my apples. Can I interest you in anything? One bly for an apple.
This is an interesting one. If I'm awake when they bury me, let me out. There's no point getting to know them now, they're all quite dead. Well, it wouldn't be a graveyard now if there wasn't some creepy cherub somewhere, would it? It seems they aren't up for chatting right now. Perhaps you should come back later. They're too busy. Sounds like a call to the execution. You'd probably better make your way back to town. This is where Volksville buries some of its dead.
Bring in the prisoner. It is by the edict of the king and the laws of the land of the valley of Krasna in the kingdom of Lonaria that here in the town of Volksville, I, J.S. Rayford, am here to carry out the sentence in the matter of the people versus the criminal Marcus Van Houten, who has been proven guilty of theft and murder. Does the criminal have anything to say?
Let me head roll. I defended myself and stole to feed my own starving body. If this is life, then my head is better served up fresh on a pole for all you people.
Very well. Marcus Van Houten, you are sentenced to death by the automatic blade. May the next life be better than this.
As long as I don't have to look at your filthy face, Rayford, your conscience is almost as filthy as my...
Take his head, tar it, and put it on a pike outside town to warn others of our justice. His headless body to a crow's cage to be pecked clean. And thus it is for criminals here. I will not tolerate them in my jurisdiction. Do you understand? You are all witnesses here today.
Rayford would like to see you in his office.
Hello there. You're a visitor to our town, I take it?
Why, yes, I am. Just admiring the beauty of the area. The river is quite a sight.
Huh. Yes, it is, stranger. Yes, it is. Might I have the pleasure of your name?
Yes, my name is Mr. Rowan. Mr. William Rowan. Pleasure.
J.S. Rayford, Town Magister. Pleasure. Well, I have some matters to attend to. Please stop by my office later. I'd love to chat with you some more.
Sounds good. Good evening, little man.
Good evening, Mr. Rome.
What an asshole. Well, since it looks like I'll be here a while, I should try to make a friend or something.
Hey, mister. We've got a game going here, can't you see?
My mistake. I saw 3 guys hunched over, and I assumed you were all staring at a snail.
Staring at snails? Snails? I'm not even drunk yet. It's not snail staring time.
Oh, well, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt your game at chance. Carry on.
Whoa, mister.
Sure, what kind of action we got going?
Craps, my good man, craps. The game of kings and paupers alike. Why? Because we all suffer from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. And well, we all poop, don't we?
That's both sufficiently deep and disgusting.
I aim to please. You aim too, please.
You're delightfully droll. I'm surprised no one's punched you in the face yet.
Who says they haven't? I didn't get this mug by avoiding all the fists to my face. Anyway, the game is craps. You know how to play? All right then, lay your money down and get started.
Something's fishy. If there's anything I know, it's cheating.
Hey, I'm an honest man.
A sword always makes a man more honest.
Ah, no need for violence, my good man. I like your style.
Thanks, I try.
Hey, you think you might be able to help me out? I've got something, but, well, frankly, I don't have the stones to do it.
Few men do. What do you need?
Well, I need some blood from the beast that lives outside of town. I don't know what the hell that thing eats or why it works the way it does, but its blood is pure freaking magic. In my line of work, you need a little luck and some lubricant to get things done.
Are you a gigolo or something?
Ah, nothing so glamorous. You think the ladies are lining up to pay for a ride on this trolley? Jeez, mister, you think highly of me.
Well, I assume we're talking about sleight of hand mastery.
Is that a masturbation joke? Ah, you're funny.
Sometimes you just have to...
Ain't that the truth? So can you help me?
Sure, I'm willing to roll the dice on this one.
Yes! Okay. The beast lives in the forest outside of town. Careful, he's dangerous. You're going to have to kill it. I need you to get some of its blood. Well, as much as you can get. Here, take this. It'll help you out if things get a bit sticky.
Got it. Lead the creature. Sounds like a splashing good time. And the healing potion in case she's harder to kill than you told me.
Thanks, man. I'll be here. Just meet me back here when you've got it. All right. I'll help you avoid the gates. Here's a little secret passage that I've been known to use from time to time. Boys, a little help, please?
Well, that's a bright and sparkly sign. You deduce that this must be the magic shop. You play around with it, but nothing seems to happen.
Is there something I might help you with? I have many of the odd trinket for sale to those who need them. For the common man, I can sell magic potions and elixirs that can perform a variety of tasks. We can talk more about them later. Ah, yes, magic. I do owe you a conversation about this. Let me ask you, what do you know of magic?
Mostly disappearing rabbits, chicks with cards, and how to disarm a woman out of her virtue.
Ah, yes, most fine and excellent forms of entertainment. But no, those are not attributes of real magic. Oh yeah, magic. Magic is the essence of the soul, pulled forth from the ether and made physical and active by the sheer force of will. It comes from within us and within everything around us. I realize this sounds like a lot of philosophical nonsense, but it is an art. To wield it, one has to train the mind as well as the body, and you must learn to combine the spiritual with the physical.
Combining spiritual with physical. Buddy, that's what got me in trouble with the Baron's daughter in the last town I came from.
I'm not speaking of copulation, young man. To know spells, well, the incantation is only part of a larger process. Knowing the words to say aloud is one part. That physical act accesses the mental acuity, which allows you to tap into the metaphysical. But magic comes from combining the metaphysical with the physical. See, in order to cast, say, a flame projectile, you not only need to know the chant for the spell, but you'd have to have a physical vessel for it.
And what would that be?
It's these kinds of secrets that one learns when one becomes a user of magic. Would you be interested in becoming a user of magic? I thought you might. I could sense the power inside of you. When you become my student, I will teach you to bend the world to your will, and how to control the most incredible of forces.
I'm intrigued. Where do we begin?
Tonight. First, I need to test your mental acuity.
This isn't about to get weird, is it?
No. I'll merely lay down cards from my deck here. Each card has a mate, an exact match. All you need to do is select a card and then find its mate.
Sounds simple enough.
Yes, but you may only choose the wrong mate 3 times. On your third, the test is done, and you may walk out of here without my teachings.
I've had worse offers.
Let's proceed. The quest is the tower, and the tower is the quest. Do you pursue the man in black to its end? The Reaper sits in a throne, watching over everything we do. He breathes on your back, and offers those leaving this plane more solace than others would. You do not seem to be focused, but it does not mean you're not ready. Come back another time, and we shall see.
You try with all your might, but you just can't seem to do anything with it. Now, this really is your kind of place. Mysterious, abstruse, and very pentagramish, you reside in the local dealership of magic and conjury, run by Prospero, or as he's referred to by the local delinquents, Mr. Magic. The sigil is probably his trademark logo or something. He seems to have a penchant for the star-shaped symbols. You assume it goes to his living quarters, but you're not going back there without adult supervision. You see a collection of tomes on the bookshelf. This man obviously likes his reading. It's a pewter dragon. You doubt, though, that this guy bought this one at a tourist shop by the beaches or in a comic store. Now, this really is your... Whatever it is you're trying to do... It's a door, dumbass. You'd knock on the door, but you really have no desire to be polite. Well, all in black, crow on his shoulder. Either this guy's a bit shady or his girlfriend was just murdered by a gang of thugs.
Hello there.
What, mate? What can I do for you? Oh, Golf's a prat. If he ever pesters me, it's usually for a blight to get a sausage or something. I just hand him one to shut him up. He gives it out worse to others in town, though. Frankly, I think he's dumb enough to get himself hurt or killed soon enough. Well, this is it. A sweet little town to call home. The name's O'Burr. This is Costigan. Well, the tavern is about as lively as we get around here. There's a farmer's market off in the corner of town. All kind of people hanging out there. There's the regulars, but occasionally travels show up to showcase the little oddities and all that. Nice to meet you, friend. Good luck in your travels.
This door leads into the tobacconist. The door is locked. You, like a vagrant, decide to urinate in the cauldron. It's your way of saying, I was here. You would, but what would you do with a barrel? The door is locked.
Friend, come on over, have a pint.
Look at this fella. He looks too handsome to enjoy a drink.
Yeah, let's get him some apple juice.
I'll take some milk. From your mother's breast. Again, I always go back for a second.
Oh, bust your lip for that, mate.
Shut up. You'd piss yourself trying. He's a good guy. Boys, this is Mr. Rome. Rome, meet the boys.
Hello, gentlemen.
We're just having a few pints. Please join us.
Sounds good.
Why don't we have some fun? You up for a drinking contest?
I'm always up for a contest. And I'm always up for a drinking. Sounds good to me.
Splendid. All right, the rules are, drink these pints until you can't drink no more.
Prepared to change your religion, sir.
I think you've had enough.
He's all right. Can be a right bastard. Don't like public drunkenness or fights. He can crack a skull or two. I'm a lonely bartender in a small town. Are you here to save me, eh? Ah, the lads are good guys, farmers they are. They drink their crops. He's a big bastard, ain't he? Not a bad place. Just good folks trying to get by. Welcome to the Jolly Roger Inn, home of ales and lager. Occasionally we get some whiskey in here. Nothing fancy, stranger.
Sounds fine to me.
Well, it better. You're out of luck if you're looking for anything better around here. We brew it downstairs. It's shite, but it does the trick. Made from the best water and grain. That's what they tell me. I'm no brewmaster or chemist for this matter. Goodbye, sir.
This is one tall guy with a big beer. You also admire his moustache. You can tell he's a man of distinction. Whoa, that's a big boy right there. He looks like he could eat a stag and then ask for seconds. The youngest of the regular crowd who shuffled in. This fella looks like he's enjoying his drink. They look like typical muscle-bound lackeys. They're pretty good drinkers, though.
Hey, there's beer in my glass.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, 'cause it should be in my belly.
You are correct, sir. Drink up, eh?
These houses look to be in a better state than the others in the village. You assume these must be the homes of the rich. The door is locked. You can't rob these merchants. You can't rob these merchants. They're too busy with their dice game to talk to you. There's no point getting to know them now. They're all quite dead.
Well, it wouldn't be a graveyard now if there wasn't some creepy cherub somewhere, would it?
This is a rather nice fountain. The water is pumped from the pond outside into the castle here. You don't want to start anything with him at the moment. It doesn't understand what you're... There's no reason to climb the food stand. You pay her and begin to sip your drink. It's as refreshing as you hoped it would be. 6 or 7 of these and you might get as giddy as a Lunarian whore.
Why don't we have some fun? You up for a drinking contest?
I'm always up for a contest. And I'm always up for drinking. Sounds good to me.
Splendid. All right, the rules are, drink these bites until you can't drink no more.
Prepare to change your religion, sir.
I think you...
Why don't we have some fun?
I'm always up for a contest.
Splendid.
Prepare to change.
I yield. I yield. You could drink like a fish. Damn.
I'll try.
You know, you just might be the kind of guy we could use.
What do you do?
Well, we're businessmen.
What do you sell? Body odor?
No, we procure items that need to be liberated.
Gotcha. Obviously you don't use that ginger touch of yours.
No, our targets are usually much larger than mere thievery.
I'm interested. Go on.
Well, I'll need you to do something for us. You know, to prove your worth.
That sounds like a job interview, only much more physical.
You might say that. I'll get to the point. There's a beast that lives just outside of town. It's some kind of weird mutation or someone's creation. I don't give a crap. All I know is that its teeth are made of pure silver.
Silver teeth, eh? Sounds like a child.
I want you to kill the beast, cut out its teeth, and get them to us.
You want me to cut the teeth out of its head and give them to you? That's grim.
Yeah, but I also need the teeth melted down. I can't trade teeth to people. Too suspicious. You up for it?
Sure, I can do that.
Here, take this. It'll heal you if the beast smacks you down some.
Thanks. That should be fun.
Excellent. I'll see you back here. Good luck, friend. All right, there you go. Here's a boost over the wall. I'll be back in the tavern. Meet me there when you've got the silver.
An old wagon has been abandoned here. Considering how close to town it is, you're surprised someone hasn't taken it and fixed it up. There's a sturdy well near the apple trees. You try to open the door, but you realise it's been rusted shut for years. You peer in the crack and can see nothing but a bunch of rubble anyway. Well, you've just broken the lock on this mighty outdoor latrine. Let's see what's inside. You peer inside. No, just no. Dear God, no! You should never, ever, ever, ever open it again. It was locked for a reason, and you believe that reason to be some extremely rotten curry. You have nothing. You can see the Valley of Krasna laid out before you. It looks pretty majestic from this vantage point, actually. You could continue walking this way through the mountains for weeks, just to say hi to the Baron and his sons, who I'm sure would be happy to let you reside in their dungeons for eternity.
Jeez, I'm sick of looking at all you losers. Too many men, not enough lady folk.
Yeah, we'll go up to tier and get a hooker then.
You paying?
Hell no. You think I got the place for that kind of entertainment? If I did, I wouldn't be here with you.
You've entered the Southwoods. Large boulders block your way to the east and south. The trees and vegetation is turning more colourful and dense the further south you get.
Be quiet, you fool. Shut your mouth and get the hell out of here. We don't need you scaring away the animals.
You can't pull it out of the ground, besides you don't want to. You attempt to pull the axe out of the stump. You just can't seem to pull it out. This must have been someone's pride and joy once. A large hand-carved fountain and reflecting pool is now filled with green, scummy water and overgrown aquatic plants. To the north, you see a path and a cemetery beyond. This was once a great fountain, but it's not been looked at for many years. The water is putrid, the stonework crumbling. Growing in the water are some lilies with some rather fetching flowers on them. You consider the contrast between the beauty of the flowers and the ugliness of the fountain and water. Then you fart. After walking through the forest a bit, you come upon what appears to be the main entrance and foyer of a long abandoned and burnt down mansion. The place must have been massive. You see it stretch out to both the west and east. To the east, you note there being the ruins of what must once have been a beautiful garden. Mother Nature has done a pretty good job of reclaiming. Well, he was wearing some armor, apparently not enough. Crikey, his damn head fell right off into the stump. Got to admit, that was equal parts cool and gross, as there were still a few rotting tendons holding it on. You peer inside and notice an old steel helmet, complete with horns. It's too bad this guy died because he might have been a badass. You take the helm, figuring you could use it better. You should probably leave the poor bastard alone now. You need to equip armor in this slot. You cannot combine those. You cannot You bend down and pick up the fish. You try with all your might, but you just can't seem to do anything with it. Isn't this lovely? It's a lovely little place with canoes and an old shed, but there's a giant hole in the footbridge across the water.
Well, I sure as hell ain't fixing it. Not my job.
This old shack has the distinct smell of dead fish about it. Glancing inside it, you can see various fishing items and a large canoe with a hole in the bottom. Wooden tools and implements surround the canoe. Obviously, it's being repaired from some past misadventure. You also see some fishing line, rods, nets, and oars. The door is locked. There is nothing on the cabin that you can take. It's the severed head of Marcus van Houten. Sadly, it doesn't look too good separated from his body. You can't make it over the gate, but you do get some practice climbing. Way to go! The woods have closed in a lot here, giving this area an ominous feeling. The path, such as it is, leads to the north.
If you please, I'm sure you know the drill. Your purse, valuables, etc., etc. Or we have to get nasty.
Yeah, you don't want to see Lobo get nasty.
You shouldn't have walked away like that.
Well, that wasn't smart. You would have gotten off a lot cheaper had you just given him a bligh. You can't do...
Yep, it's definitely the door to the crypt, and it's definitely locked and sealed. Good to know, though, eh?
Because in no way is this abandoned house inside the graveyard creepy, you open the door and enter. The smell of musty cobwebs and mould hits you right in the face as you enter the old mansion. You see that it's quite dilapidated. You also see the door to the chapel past the broken stairs. Whatever it is you're trying to do doesn't... This is a beautiful carved wooden pulpit. It looks to be in remarkable shape considering how everything else looks in this place. You can't seem to figure out how this thing works. You can't see... Maybe you should check out the front of the pulpit. You play around with it, but nothing seems to happen. You can't see... Whatever it is you're trying... Even in a broken mirror, you look amazing. Mother Nature has done a pretty good job of reclaiming this area. Trees, shrubs and grass all grow through what was once a magnificent manor. Suddenly, the oddest and largest beast crashes out of the forest. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. That's how it's done. The beast is carrying nothing. You take out your sword and cut off his head. You cut the teeth out of the skull. It takes a minute and it's really ghoulish. You're the world's worst dentist. You now have a set of blood-stained but pure silver teeth. You place the beast's teeth into the helm. Don't pick this stuff up and smoke it. You grab the barrel. It's so heavy, you think a dwarf is in there.
This area of the woods has trees, grass and a river, pretty much like most of the woods. This area of the This tree is dead. Very, very dead.
Kill, pillage, and destroy. That's all you think about, isn't it?
You can't climb this tree.
Whatever it is you're trying to do,
Two canoes are sitting on the bank of the rapidly flowing river.
you don't want to destroy.
The only way to take this bridge is to walk over it.
There's a big damn hole in this bridge. You're not getting across until someone fixes it. The door is locked.
This log cabin is sturdy and well constructed. There is a front porch and a fishing net draped over the railing.
All in all, it looks quite inviting.
There's even a little doormat that welcomes guests. You consider that this would be a very nice place to settle down.
Too many riches to be made before I settle down, and it won't be in a cottage like this.
I love it when you talk to me. I do get lonely out here. Whatever it is you're... You bend down and take a long, refreshing drink from the river.
That was good.
It's a gate. It's made of wood. You play around with it. You try and shake the stand. It doesn't really do anything remarkable. At least you tried. You try and shake. You pull out your knife and stab the head. Surprisingly, it starts to bleed. The road into town is a little more than a dirt path, worn away by years of travel and people walking. It's actually not that exciting. You get mad at yourself for even thinking about it.